Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad to hear this morning we have a special show lined up, some special guests here. But first, let's take a look at our weather brought to us by Gulf Coast Air Conditioning. Drew Pollard, hard-working crew, taking care of everyday comfort needs. And speaking of comfortable, how about 53 degrees, low tonight? That's as low as it's been all year. So a lot of things going to start happening in the woods and in the water. High's going to be 81. Take a look at our water temperature brought to us by Maranta Coffee Company. Area Payne and her company doing really good things for a lot of folks. Looking at 78 degrees. It dropped another degree overnight. So it's going down 2 degrees in 3 days. So that's a good sign of the migratory flow of our fish. Take a look at our river readings brought to us by the good folks at Panama City Coca-Cola. They're still low. The Apalachicola at Bluntstown actually dropped from 1.5 to 1.3. The Choctaw at Caryville is still at a 1.8. Okay, so both rivers are low. If you're planning some weekend fishing on the river, just know it's going to be low. Our tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. Good strong tides today. We're looking at the low tide this morning at 7:36, coming in strong till about tonight at 9:45. Our wind direction be coming north-northeast at about 5 to 10. It's just a good fall day. Let's take a break. We'll be right back with our special guest. Okay, welcome back. And our guests this morning, I mentioned yesterday, some special guests coming on. Philip and Jennifer Christensen. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Glad to be here.
Look at this outfit they have on. I love this. Okay, they love to fish and they've really done really well in red fishing tournaments and all. But they have full-time jobs. You don't live off the tournaments.
Amen.
Not yet.
Not yet. I love that. But so tell the folks a little bit about yourself. Okay, Philip.
All right. Yeah, I'm Philip. So I'm local. I'm from Panama City. Been here for almost 43 years now, and other than a couple of years I spent in Birmingham. But I grew up fishing mainly on the east side of town, the rivers, and going to the river, fishing bass terms and stuff with my grandfather and my dad and everything, and had a lot of fun doing that growing up. It's kind of where I learned to do this. I'm, fairly new to the inshore game, but I kind of did it throughout my life, but nothing super serious or whatever. So
that's one of the cool things about this. And really getting into this sort of. I mean, you grew up doing a lot of freshwater fishing with your dad and granddad, like you said. Now, who were your dad and granddad? A lot of folks know.
Yeah, my dad's Mark Christensen. So and he passed away back in '89. But my grandfather, so my mom's dad, was Sibley Perry. He passed away a couple years ago, but he ran Easter Shipbuilding back before Mr. Discerning did. And so
good folks.
Yeah.
Okay, Jennifer, what's going on with your background?
All right. I'm a physical therapist. Been a therapist now, it seems like about 100 years. Really like 20-something years. So I actually work for a company called Powerback Rehabilitation, and I'm a market director. I cover about 4 states and still treat therapy patients during the day too. So I got into fishing because of him. I was pretty much voluntold. And I'm competitive in nature anyway, so I've really enjoed getting into it with him.
This is funny. She's a physical therapist. She's already told us to straighten up a little bit.
Yeah.
I love it. And your cousins are Mandy and Megan Miller, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yep.
We have them on the show. We don't talk about them a lot and outdoor things they do and their family. So here y'all are fishing. You're married and all, and you just start looking around. And how'd you get into red fishing?
All right. So I mean, like I said, I've done a little bit of inshore my whole life, just because it's kind of the same thing as bass fishing, and it's similar styles of fishing. But a few years back, I started fishing with a local club here, the Emerald Coast Redfish Circuit. So AJ runs that, and really enjoyed it. Kind of just wanted to challenge myself, and okay, if I'm gonna figure out how to do this, I'm gonna go do it competitively a little bit and meet some folks and really learn it. And then. So we just finished up the 2025 season, but the 2024 season for the Florida Redfish Series, they do a stop here in Panama City out of Bay Point. And so I wanted to do it, and I couldn't. I had a partner back out, or was going to be out of town, whatever the case was. And just lo and behold, somebody posted on their site. The Redfish Series posted, hey, we have somebody without a partner. Somebody had a sick, their partner was sick and couldn't come down for it. So I volunteered, jumped on the boat with him, and went out there and we fished it. And we finished, caught about 10 pounds, and finished ninth, and been doing it ever since. So we jumped on board, and when I told, go ahead.
You got the fever then.
Oh yeah, exactly. So I told her, I said, I'm going to do a few more of these, and she said, well, can I come? I said, well, absolutely. I didn't realize she liked it that much.
Jennifer, you really didn't have a big background in fishing, right?
Not at all. I think I fished occasionally when I was a kiddo with my dad. And honestly, I didn't know how to bait my hook. I didn't know how to do I didn't know how to cast. I caught my first redfish, I think the first redfish tournament that we did.
Did y'all hear that now? She went to a tournament. I've never caught redfish, but she's in a tournament. I love it. We all talking about you grow up fishing, you do it all your life, but no, she just started in a tournament.
That was about a year and a half ago.
So y'all been doing about a year and a half, almost 2 years.
Yes, sir.
That's what's phenomenal is the success they have achieved, and we'll get to the pictures on the next segment, but y'all just started going to the tournaments and just started, really got hooked on it.
Yeah. Fortunately, she had done a little bit of bass fishing and stuff with me, so she knew how to, she knew the basics, how to work a lure and cast and everything, so we just had to kind of fine tune it and, get her into...
Practicing in the yard.
Yeah.
And in the pool.
See, it's never too late. You can start at any age and be competitive. I mean, look at their shirts and all. You got some good sponsors on here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we Miller Tech's been a great partner. C&G locally. So
C&G.
Yeah, Zach and the team over there have been fantastic. We love working with them. So.
How many tournaments did y'all fish in? How many will y'all get in?
We did about a dozen last year, or in 2025 we just finished up. But so there was 6 of the FRS tournaments, and their championship was in Steenhatchee. About 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And then we do about a half dozen with the local.
So you did all different areas like Steenhatchee and the whole circuit and all.
Yes, sir.
What were some of your favorite places to fish?
I don't know that we have. Steenhatchee is my favorite place.
That's a cool place.
I love Steenhatchee. The folks there are awesome. But we've had some very interesting stories through the year. We rolled out the weekend that there was all the snow, and Panama City was for the first time in forever. We had a tournament in Steenhatchee that weekend, and I believe it was like 28 degrees.
Y'all fished in that weather?
Yes, it was miserable.
It was miserable. It was cold. And then we had a tournament in Cedar Key, and that tournament we actually went through a water spout. So he's lucky I like him.
That'd be hard to do. That's good. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Got a bunch of pictures, and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Our guest today, Philip and Jennifer Christensen, and we're so glad they're here this morning, and glad they love fishing like they do, because y'all been through a lot, and y'all been so successful. That's what got me when you started sending the pictures, and then the accomplishment y'all did. So we got a bunch of pictures. Y'all were good about sending the pictures. So let's start on these pictures, and y'all walk us through these right here, okay? So what about this one?
We were pre-fishing for the tournament that was last weekend, so... I don't know if I want to disclose my good spot on that one.
You do not.
That was a pretty red.
Okay, this is another one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think that was that same day. We were on them that day.
Isn't that cool when you sort of get on them? I mean, that's all the same trip, right?
That was the same trip, the same day. It was all in about an hour too, not true.
No way. That's fun. That's fun. All right, tell us about this one. Team Christensen. There's a picture here. This is.
Yes, sir. That's so we qualified this year. So going into the championship that was in Steenhatchee we mentioned earlier, we were 16th in the Florida Redfish Series. And although we didn't, place in the money or anything in the championship, we did jump up 2 slots to number 14 in the series. And nobody knew that this was coming on. This was a new thing that they started doing, and. So they took the top 15 out of that series. It's just out of several series, so there's 60 that are going from Texas to North Carolina that are going to the what they're calling the Redfish World Championship. That's going to be in Gulfport
Wow.
this coming
so y'all
spring.
qualified
We
for
did.
that.
We did.
That
yes.
is phenomenal. Because the only other team around here was Fred and Carter Myers.
Fred and
Yes,
Carter.
yeah.
Y'all know them. They've been on a lot, and they're excellent.
They are
Yeah,
amazing.
Fred's arguably the
They've
best
been doing
red
a whole
fisherman in the
lot.
world. Yeah.
Yeah, and y'all qualified with them.
We did.
Wow, that's an awesome
Yeah, so
accomplishment.
it's
and that's when is that going to be?
April. I want to say the 24th-ish, whatever that weekend
Okay,
is.
we'll try to be keeping up with that. Okay, all right. This one here. Where we all then?
This was day one of the FRS championship in Steinhatchee in September. So,
Okay.
yeah.
That's just
And that's the fishing machine, right?
Yes, sir.
I think that was from that tournament in January at Steinhatchee because everything looks a little chilly and iced over.
Yeah, I
The
think-
boat had ice on it.
Yeah, you can tell, but
Yeah.
it was completely iced over.
Oh,
Yeah.
goodness. That's a good.
That's
fish.
that's from here in West Bay. That's
that's a good local
redfish I
one.
caught. Yep. So that had to be a couple years ago. It was my old boat.
I love this one here.
Yeah.
You did some surf fishing?
I did. Yeah, I get
This
out
is back
fishing
in the
anywhere I
day,
can.
or-
Yeah, I don't go anywhere without the fishing pole. So.
That is funny. I
So that
love
was
it.
that's on Crooked Island Beach probably
Yeah, yeah.
15 years ago,
That's cool.
maybe more.
Oh, what
Yeah,
about,
that's
we're all on this one.
That one's like 100 years ago.
yeah, that was when I lived in Birmingham. So.
Listen, I put up some of these fish myself off the website. Oh, that's okay. Okay.
And that's us. I don't know which tournament that is, but that was one from last year. That may have been.
And it might have been FRS and the
Okay.
Steinhatchee championship from 2024.
That could have been, yeah.
That's
so.
cool.
There's gonna be a lot of Steinhatchee pictures.
Oh,
in
we
there.
got a flounder here.
Yeah, that's in
That's got to be a
Jacksonville.
story. How'd that happen? Because you catch
By accident, you know. I mean, when you're red fishing, and sometimes you just catch everything but redfish.
Ain't that something?
Yeah.
Were you doing top water or sub? How do y'all fish? Y'all fish different, all different levels, right?
Yes, a
We
little bit
do.
of everything. So top
Yeah, so
water,
you catch a little bit of
mid thing,
everything.
I
little
was gonna
bouncing
say,
on the bottom. She was
I was gonna
clearly
say,
bouncing something on the bottom
yeah.
That's
there.
on the
Yeah.
bottom. Yeah.
So
Did y'all take that home and eat it, or?
No, you know, we try with the, I mean, if it had been a nice one, might have, but when you're tournament, there's just not time.
You don't have
And
time.
not to mention, you know, a lot of it's
Yeah.
catch and release. So, I mean,
Yeah.
with our tournaments, that's what we try to focus on too, is just
Yeah.
that conservation of putting them back.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. I love this one. Look at that.
Yeah.
Y'all are proud of that.
We were
Yeah.
being ridiculous on the way out of Steinhatchee on day 2. We were honored to receive the FRS 2025 ambassador team. So out of all the teams, they chose us.
That's an honor. Wow.
Yeah, to recognize it. I thought that was really cool, and we were just being ridiculous.
So
on the
y'all
way
just
out.
get such a good impression of red fishing teams and all that. That's great right there. That's awesome. And this is it right here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so
that
that's-
was that night.
The-
How do
yeah,
they
that's
choose
it.
that? Just
It's
a group of them just
pretty much, yes, sir. They kind of choose some votes, but it's based on, they say, who represents their brand the best and promotes them the best, them and their sponsors, and who kind of demonstrates their values and everything
How
the
cool.
best. So yeah,
That-
they get shares on social media, stuff like that. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
And we fished every tournament.
Yeah,
with
that
them
too. And
last year.
participation
We were
goes into
there
it as
every
well.
See,
tournament.
they can count on all to be there. And that's a big deal. You know, it really is. And congratulations on doing that. Okay. What about this one?
Don't know where that is. Actually, it looks, but that might be here.
I was gonna
That's
say,
a
I think
local
that's
fish,
here.
yeah.
You know, one thing too.
Local fish.
Yeah. Let's see.
That's in Jacksonville there. So it's after one of the tournaments. We just.
Over in Jacksonville.
Mhm.
Y'all been traveling then, have you?
Oh yeah,
Yes, sir.
Okay. Another one there.
that's in Jacksonville or St. Augustine, I believe.
Okay.
I think that was at St. Mark's.
That picture there is at St. Mark's. Yeah,
That's pretty. That's a
love
good.
fishing over that region from St. Mark's around to
So you get in front of the boat, right? You get.
When he makes me.
Okay, well, except right here now. What is this one right here? This is funny.
That is our Christmas tradition. That I got to fish his buddy the elf. We go. I try to go fishing every Christmas day at some
Do
point.
you really?
Yeah.
That's cool. So here we are, Christmas
So
vacation.
Yeah. So if the weather's nice, we get up, open presents, have a good time. Eat some lunch and whatnot, and then
What a
hey,
great
we'll put the boat
tradition.
in the water. Yeah.
So if you see that, you'll know it's him next
Yeah.
year.
That's funny. We'll be looking out for you.
Yeah.
Is that a pretty good day usually fishing? I mean, that'd be a challenge to me. That'd be
It
a challenge
is. I mean,
because
yeah,
of
that
weather.
one clearly was a decent day because I was in shorts. But normally it's not, normally the costume is comfortable because it's quite warm. But it was a little warm that day. But Yeah, we catch a few fish and everything, but yeah.
When I first saw it, I put a picture together last night. I thought maybe it was a St. Patrick's Day. I think you're fishing on St. Patrick's Day, but then you showed me Christmas Day.
Yeah, normally I have the tights that go with it, you know, the elf tights, but it was a little too toasty that day.
That's really cool. Well, a bunch more pictures. We're going to take our final break and be right back with Philip and Jennifer. Okay, welcome back. Let's take a quick look at our fishing game time today before we get back with Philip and Jennifer. We're looking at this is from Blue Water Outriggers now. One time today, 12:15 to 2:15. I always ask my guests, y'all fish a lot now. Do you have some little times where they really turn it on? Do y'all experience that? Or,
yes, sir.
You fish all day sometimes. So.
Oh yeah. Naturally, you're morning and evening and stuff, but you really get that tide moving. Once that tide's moving,
What's that tide moving?
Yeah, oh yeah, they'll start feeding. Once that bait starts pushing to them.
So I was asking, wasn't it with a Team Christensen or what? So anyway, show me the name of your team.
That's
PC Squared.
PC Squared Fishing.
Okay, so
this side.
PC Square. So tell us what does that stand for?
So that's kind of an old moniker for me. It's just Philip Christensen from Panama City, but we kind of play on it. You know, two folks from Panama City. So
2 folks from Panama City, Philip Christensen. I like that. That's cool. That's cool. All right, let's jump back on these pictures real quick. So tell us about this one here. That's a slot size. Right, was this in a slot?
Yeah, I want to say that's in probably over St. Mark's, pre-fishing for a tournament.
And that's a good area to fish too.
Oh, yeah, that's beautiful over there.
Yeah. I will say you need your Florida Marine track if you're going to fish.
Yeah, it is dangerous.
Yes, it's become very handy.
Yeah, it's very dangerous with all the rocks and everything, that limestone through that area.
I've heard.
Yeah.
I've heard about that. All right, this cool picture here. So we're getting ready. So what's going on here?
That's us getting everything ready. That's people don't realize all the work that goes into getting ready for one. You know, especially in a 2 or 3 day tournament. You got to come home, clean the boat up, get everything re-rigged for the next day, and you're up till 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night, and then back up at 4 a.m.
That's
to
what
fish.
so many people don't. They take it for granted getting ready, preparing for a tournament, because you got to lay it all out, and for this situation and that situation and what the wind is. So. Yeah, I'm glad you seen that picture because it talks about.
And clearly it was
Jennifer,
cold.
you
We were inside.
Yeah, you can tell who's doing the work. Right?
Okay, what about here? Cool.
I don't know where that was.
That was day 2. Day 1 at Steenhatchee this year.
Yeah, so that's another one of the same.
Steenhatchee. Ooh. So this is okay. So you got a little series of pictures here. We'll go through them. So tell us about this situation here.
Yeah. So I keep mentioning Steenhatchee. Just kind of fell in love with it when we fished the 2024 FRS tournament. It was in September of last year. The following weekend is when Helene hit, and this. And just where we were, I mean, we remember, we were here for Michael. We knew exactly what it was like, and our hearts just kind of broke for them. So we immediately started collecting supplies and getting them together. And I think about a week later, we drove down and just went to work. Like we brought a trailer and a tent, and we were ready to. Just
here's the supplies y'all took down there.
Yeah, switch back one if you could. Okay. Some folks that we donated, they wrote little notes on the things that they sent with us, and I thought that was really cool. That's why I sent that.
Especially coming from our area that we've been through, we know your feelings and all.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. So when we showed up at Steenhatchee, this was Philip unloading all the stuff that we brought down. That's awesome.
Thanks to the people here. I mean, we didn't. Yeah. I mean, we put a handful of stuff in there, but people from all over the Panama City, all over Fishing Club and everything donated and just loaded that trailer up. We thought we were just going to take a truckload, and we're like, holy, we got to go get a dang U-Haul.
Yeah.
I love it.
So we went down to the with no plans. We just showed up at the Sea Hag, and with our truck and trailer, I had gotten in contact with Daniil down there, and we said, hey, can we just bring supplies? We brought, and these were some of the workers that were down there cleaning up, and we brought Amazon gift cards for all of them.
I got an Amazon gift card. How cool!
Yeah, and this was just some of the cleanup. We just went to work
we've
wherever they put us.
Yeah, we've been there doing that. It's so great that y'all are paying back. Tell us about this picture.
Yeah, so this was a couple weekends ago, and just happened that we were in a random bar in Steenhatchee and ran into Blair Wiggins.
Blair Wiggins. Yeah.
He was down there filming.
Okay, and y'all getting together?
That's at the tanks, getting ready for weigh-in, yes, sir. So.
Okay. And
Yeah, I think we've seen that one.
Yeah,
That
that's
was
one from
Yep,
Steenhatchee.
yep. Now we're back.
okay.
Oh, that was pre-fishing.
Pre-fishing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay,
we always saw that one.
Okay, so we're showing that's we got all the pictures in. So, but getting back to helping the folks at Steenhatchee, you think about. Well, we've been through it, so we knew what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Then y'all took the initiative, though, to get loaded up. And a lot of fellow outdoorsmen helping fellow outdoorsmen, and that kind of bond and camaraderie we've seen for generations. And I'm so glad y'all continue that. Okay, so what's in the future? We got a minute or two left. So what's coming up?
Everything right now is preparing for that championship in April. Obviously, the season's going to get kicked off, and so got a few stops along the way. We'll start in Punta Gorda, so first time fishing down there, so that's going to be fun.
That's an old Florida town.
Yeah. And then let's see what we can do next year, see if we can qualify again. So.
Well, touch base with us and just let us know how you're doing. Send some pictures, and we'll be keeping up with you. And also, when you go to Gulf, is it in Gulfport?
Yes.
Okay. Have y'all ever fished that area?
No, I certainly haven't. No, I've like I said, I'm pretty new to this game, so I don't think I've caught a redfish west of Mobile yet. So so it's going to be an adventure. So over the next few months, I'm going to spend some time over along that coast for sure.
I tell you, y'all are inspirational because of they're just getting into it. A lot of people say, well, I haven't done it much, but here, you haven't done it much, and look at them how successful they are. They qualified for this in the top 15 in the area in the state. So. We're proud of y'all, and we're going to keep up with y'all and make sure y'all do well on it. And
we know we're the underdogs, and we're okay with that. This is our learning. We're learning. We want to at some point be able to compete with Fred and Carter.
We look at how much time Fred and Carter put into it. Man, they've done years and years.
Yeah.
Fred, and all over the place.
Yeah. But having those folks around us, right here in Panhandle City, fishing a local club, they help teach everybody. The community is so good to each other. Yeah.
What would be advice if people got a few seconds? What kind of advice you tell people to give if they want to get into it? What would you tell them to do?
Just jump in. I told a buddy recently, you can't compete with the best unless you fish with the best and where they fish. So if you want to get in that kind of game, just jump right in. So
thanks y'all so much. Okay, appreciate it. Good luck to y'all.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Appreciate y'all watching the show. Y'all do something good for someone today. Have a great day. Let's enjoy the outdoors and take care of it. And God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.